Forbes estimated his personal fortune at $14 billion in 2002, making him the richest man in Africa. This is the amazing story of Aliko Dangote and how he made his fortune. Dangote was born in a Hausa Muslim family in a northern Nigerian city of Kano, and his first entrepreneurial act was to sell sweets on the streets of the town. Actually, he was from a well-to-do family. He bought the sweets and got his workers to sell them. And when he was 20, he approached his enterprising uncle with a business plan. His uncle lent him 500,000 naira to get him started. And the deal was Dangote would pay back the money in 3 months. He started small and began trading and importing necessities. For example, sugar, rice, pasta, salt, cotton, millet, textiles, and vegetable oil. And later, he built a distribution network and delivered goods faster than his competitors. Dangote eventually paid back his loan within the said time period and embarked on building one of Africa's biggest and most successful companies, the Dangote Group. Dangote embarked on creating his business empire of cement because he believed Africa grows day by day and it needs tons of cement to build its houses, offices, and factories. He anticipated the demand, used his networking skills to secure a license, and began to import cement. And boy, was cement on demand. He then decided to manufacture and export cement rather than merely importing it. And in 2002, he made a bold move and decided to build his own cement factory in the northern Nigerian part, taking advantage of the government subsidies allocated to companies that would make Nigeria self-sufficient in cement. And at that time, the entire production of cement in Nigeria was less than 2 million tons. But Dangote decided to build a 5 million ton capacity. And as the saying goes, every level, another devil. An inaccurate soil test almost ruined his plans before he even started. Normally, the northern part of Nigeria has a very hard ground, but the experts came and said they needed a shallow foundation for the plant of about 2 meters. And when they were 3 months into the job, they realized they needed a deeper foundation. And this marked the beginning of a long battle to salvage the multi-million-dollar project upon which Dangote had built. It was about to get worse. He decided not to do a feasibility study so as to avoid unwanted attention from his competition. It was a very expensive risk to take, of course, as no one was quite sure what was needed to build a cement factory. At this point, operations on the plant had to come to a halt and change all the drawings and buy more raw materials. Dangote was also puzzled, trying to come up with $500 million he needed to complete the factory. He needed to raise $480 million, but 90% of the banks at the time had a market capital of only $20 million. Plus, there were no long-term loans, but only short-term, for about 90 days. Dangote was faced with another problem, lack of energy. The Nigerian government had promised to build a gas pipeline to power the area back in 1978, but it was never done, so Dangote had to construct a 92-kilometer gas pipeline. However, the water table was very bad in the area, so he had to build a dam and over 100 houses because there was nothing there. Luckily enough, Dangote saw some light at the end of the tunnel because the International Finance Corporation lent him $479 million for the Dangote Group. But worse was yet to come. The operational costs were above budget. He had finished the cement factory and it wasn't functional. He had challenges for over a year, and so the factory was working on and off. By 2003, the cement factory was finally complete and in time. It started to prosper. It now exports cement to 18 countries in sub-Saharan Africa and even more, and as far as Nepal. With its rising revenue, it is the cornerstone of Dangote Group's success. The company now has operations in Nigeria, Benin, Ghana, Congo, Tanzania, Senegal, South Africa, Zambia, and many other countries. The initial stages of the factory are very challenging for him, and that's why he doesn't really get intimidated by anything. This confidence has contributed to Dangote's reputation as the king of the Nigerian stock exchange market. Dangote also believes he was pushed into oil. They realized they had too much cash for the type of business they were running, so they decided to diversify. And for that diversification strategy, they looked at areas that can actually take Nigerians to the next level and map out the issues and problems that the country is facing. The Dangote Group has built one of the largest oil refineries in Nigeria, and one of the issues that negatively impact Africa's oil industry is the lack of refineries. As a result, is often shipped out of the continent to be refined and shipped back at a greater cost. In 2016, ironically, it was fuel that would terminate one of Dangote's dream projects. He was forced to shut down his $500 million cement plant in Mtwara region in Tanzania. The plant was built on a promise the government had made to provide cheap natural gas which should be extracted near Mtwara region to run it. However, the plan failed when the government changed hands and President John Magufuli replaced Jakaya Kikwete in 2016. The plant was forced to run on diesel generators, which left Dangote with a huge fuel bill that cost him $4 million per month. Dangote tried to import South African coal to fill the energy gap, but that just upset the Tanzanian government even more because they had cheaper coal at home. But Dangote's people complained the coal mined in Songwe region, kilometers away from Mtwara plant, was of poor quality. And in August 2016, the Tanzanian government banned all coal imports as a move against Dangote. And that December, Dangote shut down the Mtwara cement plant, and in 2016, due to a clause, a new deal on providing gas to Mtwara region was being negotiated. And eventually, Dangote was able to reopen his factory in Tanzania. There's so many opportunities in Africa, but people out there outside of Africa who really have the money to invest will not come and invest unless they see the locals invest in their economy. If we don't invest, they'll always believe that there's something wrong, something we see that the people out there cannot see. And according to Mr. Dangote, political instability is common in Nigeria, but that doesn't concern him. To him, the most challenges Nigeria faces are faced by several other countries around the world, and they're doing well economically. The major issue that is holding Nigeria back is the lack of electric power. Power stations in Nigeria are decryptic, in a land where oil is king. And according to Dangote, the real issue is that people are underestimating the economy of Nigeria. And you'll see the economy of Nigeria at work when the people are able to deliver power. As a businessman and entrepreneur, Aliko Dangote wants to be remembered for doing a lot of massive and challenging things and succeeding at them. But he'd really like to be remembered more in terms of doing charitable things, and he intends to give away most of his money back to society. I hope you're inspired by this video, and to help this channel out and push more of African content, please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell to get updates when videos like this are uploaded to the channel. And I'll see you next time. Bye.